Albert Einstein was once called an involuntary swindler. No, this wasn't said by an academic critic or jealous colleague. It was said by none other than Einstein himself. Imposter syndrome is incredibly common, no matter the realm of success. Studies show that up to 80% of people experience imposter syndrome at some point. One of the earliest cases can be found in our Torah portion in the episode of the spies. Moshe sends 12 men to tour the land of Israel. 10 of them returned with a dire prognosis. We will not be able to enter the land. It consumes its inhabitants. Its cities are fortified and people strong. We were like grasshoppers in their eyes. These men were leaders of the tribes, princes who had just experienced the 10 plagues, the Exodus, the splitting of the sea, the giving of the Torah. They saw miracles on the daily, from fresh water, clouds of glory, and manna that fell from heaven. How could they doubt whether God would be able to bring them into the promised land? The spies were indeed great men, but they lacked faith. They didn't lack faith in God, they lacked faith in themselves. They weren't scared of failing, they were scared of succeeding. Entering the land would mean building a holy society outside of the utopian spiritual bliss that they were accustomed to. And that scared them. They couldn't fathom straddling a worldly, mundane existence with a holy, purpose-filled life. They didn't believe that they had it in them. In a discussion with a prominent Israeli journalist, the Rebbe once observed, there are those that live in despair, believing that our spiritual condition is beyond repair. They raise their eyes heavenward and say, only God can help. But this is dangerous. And then the Rebbe shared a thought from his father-in-law, the previous Rebbe. The Talmud says that before the arrival of Mashiach, insolence will rise, truth will be absent, and the face of the generation will resemble the face of a dog, and so on. And then the Talmud concludes, upon whom can we rely on? On our Father in heaven. You see, concluded the Rebbe, leaning solely on our Father in heaven is another one of the calamities the Talmud is enumerating. Living with Mashiach energy reminds us that the key to bringing the redemption lies not only in our faith in God, but in our faith in ourselves. Mashiach energy means believing that we have the capacity, the ability, and the power to bring Mashiach. It's in our hands. Put differently, believing in God doesn't mean we think less of ourselves. It means we think more. Faith in Hashem and faith in our abilities are two sides of the same coin. I have a problem, a man once confided to the Rebbe. I've started to become more Torah observant, but I have a girlfriend who isn't Jewish and I plan to marry her. The man fell silent. What else could he say? He braced himself for a rebuke. The Rebbe too remained silent for a while. I envy you, he finally said. Caught off guard, the young man did not quite grasp the meaning. The Rebbe continued, there are many ladders in life. Each person is given his or her own. The ladders present themselves as life's challenges and difficult choices. The tests you face are the ladders that elevate you to greater heights. The greater the challenge, the higher the ladder. God has given you this difficult test because he believes you can overcome it and has endowed you with the ability to do so. Few are presented a ladder as challenging as yours. Don't you see then why I envy you?